Yes, this is Michael with PDAT. I'm answering a question I found on the SolidWorks forum. Add calculated column to BOM based on assembly document properties. Most bills of materials are part specific, so you're going to have to change that over to an indented flat numbering bill of material. Now this is going to pull in your parts and your assemblies, but if you're trying to specify a given assembly quantity, you'll have to do it this way and assign that assembly quantity value. So let me go ahead and show you how I would suggest this is done. First off, we have an assembly here. I've got it set for inlet diverter. I'll open that up. It's two-part assembly. Each part in here I've got set to exclude bill of materials for the given parts for both of those. And then under the assembly itself, under file properties, I've added material grade, description, unit of measure quantity. This can be whatever value you would like to put on it, and then unit of measure each. So when I go back to my drawing, my bill of material here, and click on it, I've got several different BOM types. Parts only is what is typically used. If I go to parts only, now give it a second here. Now I have quite a few parts that are turned off, but you can see very little. When I go to indented, and the definition of indented, let me see if it'll come up here, is for assemblies and parts. And so you can either have no numbering, detailed numbering, or flat numbering. Flat numbering gives your fine number in order as you would typically see it on a bill of material. So under here you've got your inlet diverter. Now that is an assembly. If you right click on it, you'll see it's an assembly file for your inlet diverter. And then you've got your total quantity down here. Now that is a equation where we're using the quantity of the parts used in the assembly, or the quantity of the assemblies used in the overall assembly, the unit of measure value, which I put to be 100, and then the unit of measure quantity. So that's how you do that equation. Now the only downside to this is it will stick out other assemblies that you may not want, like this assembly here. Now I want my parts in there, but I don't necessarily care to have the assembly in there. The only way I know how to do this is just click on that row, right click, and delete row. The numbers will change accordingly, and you can clean up your bill of materials that way. Alright, I hope this was a useful bit of information. Thank you very much.